This time on Woody's Garage, we continue trying to make one crappy engine out of two crappy engines.
So today I decided to take this flex hone, which came with the deal, and see which cylinder cleaned up better so I could decide which cylinder to go with, which block to go with. This was a pretty tight fit in here, but I guess it'll work. I've never used it before. First I thought it was like the wrong size. It's saying recommended RPM is 500 to 1200 RPM. Do not use air tools or high-speed motors. Use 1030 weight flex hone oil. I'm using a variety. I'm going to put mystery oil in. Some like 30 weight in there. 60 to 120 strokes per minute. Final stroking may accelerate to develop a 45-degree crosshatch angle. I hope so. Honing time should be approximately 20 to 45 seconds per cylinder. So that's what we're going to try to do. And this cylinder, you couldn't really see it on camera, but this had the deepest scratches. They were up front here. And we'll see if those come out with the honing. So it's like the end of this broken off or something, because my Harbor Freight drills can't grip this enough. I'm going to use a regular drill with a chuck that tightens, and we'll see how that goes. This is so tight, the cylinder's probably gonna, the block's probably gonna move around. Yeah, that's good. Take two. Try it again. Well, it worked a little bit, huh? That's really tight too. Just spinning in there. It's with the thickest oil and leaves a lot residue, a lot of oily behind. Let me wipe that out with a rag and see what we got. So I think now you can kind of see the scratches up front here, but I can't feel them at all. Maybe a little bit there. I'm gonna go one more time with just mystery oil, and I don't know, we'll just try that. Well, I can still feel that center one there. So this might not be the best candidate for the rebuild. Let's do the other cylinder. We'll screw that one up. So here's the other cylinder. And you can't feel any scores on this. You see some lines and stuff. But yeah, let's run the hone in this and see what happens. Yeah, I think this one cleaned up nice. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, I can't clean it out too well with a rag. It's really going to take some gasoline or something to splash around to get it clean. And it's really cold outside, so I don't want to do it outside today. But I would say this is a block to go with. I mean, look at the valves. It looks so damn clean. Looks like it's hardly been run. Don't even think we have to seat these or anything. I think they'll be fine. I haven't had the side cover off yet. I don't know if there's a cam in this one or not, but we could use a cam from the other one. It feels okay. Seal looks okay. Yeah, I think we'll probably build this one. Hate to not use the original, but oh look, there's a clip for the spark plug lead. Well, let's take off this side cover. We'll see what's going on in here. We'll see if we got another cam. I think all these are the same size, if I remember right. So far, yes. Same length, I mean. Yeah, that makes it easy, huh? It's one locating pin. And what do we have in here? We have no cam and debris. Oh wow, we got a good gasket too. Fantastic. It doesn't look like any damage down here. I don't know, are you able to see that? Yeah, it's pretty clean. Yeah, that's cool. Have to see if the cam will fit in there. Let's try it. Big ass old cam. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a passageway that the oil comes down through the breather here. You can see that. And instead of cleaning this crank, I'm wondering if I can use the other crank from the motor outside with the blown rod. You know, I hate using that acid stuff. It stinks, and you know, I guess easiness is what I'm thinking of. I'm going to need parts off it anyway, like the pull start and perhaps some other things. So maybe we'll pull that and then we'll have a complete mess, 3 motors apart. Alright, I'm really looking forward to this. We got our acid, and I'm going to set it up like this. Last time I did it, I put it in a big bath. I just stuck the whole thing in there, but I'm just going to use a toothbrush, pour a little bit into this, and apply it and see what happens. Got my safety goggles on. I'm going to use a cap. It was an orange juice container. Like I said, I don't know if the acid's going to eat through it or what. Boy, does this stuff stink. Oh man. Okay, just gonna let that sit a little bit. Yeah, you can see already. Eating it right up. its work there for a little bit. I'm also going to clean off the engine blocks with gasoline, so I hate doing stuff like this. Yeah, we'll look at it later. About 20 minutes in, I think it's coming off, but my toothbrush is melting. So I think I'm kind of melting the plastic on it now. But I guess the important thing is to keep it on there, and it'll break it down. Yeah, it feels pretty smooth, it really does. Probably some 800 grit or something will take that right off. Meanwhile, we're washing these blocks with gasoline, just getting all that gunk off of them, as much as we can anyway. Okay, out of the bath, neutralize with some baking soda. I got some 800 grit, that's the finest I could find that I had. Wrap the string around it. A little bit of oil. It's not bad. I need to do some more though. Not bad. It almost new. Alright, I'm still using this method with the string and the 800 grit sandpaper. I'm doing the ends because there are some pits on them. I already did the other end, came out nice and smooth. This one's almost there, so I'm going to do this a little more. You get the idea? Actually, one last thing I wanted to say is you can actually hear when the pitting or the crap you want to get rid of is gone, the sound changes. It's much smoother sounding, which it is now. And the pitting was over here and it's now gone. How do you like that crank? I can see some light lines there. I think I'm going to take some steel wool and just go around it. You know, some like woodworking. 00, I think they call it. 00, whatever. Let's see if we can get just the fine lines out. You can't feel anything. It feels totally silky slick. Yeah, this stuff here. Just, yeah, it's not going to be easy, but go around it like... Do that for a while. Yeah, I think it looks great. I think it's good enough. Alright, now I'm faced with a dilemma. I got two blocks, they're in about the same condition. This is what I believe in slightly better shape. The non-original one. It's all honed out. This is the Aaron's one. It's also all honed out. Which one do I go with? I don't know. The valves kind of look healthier on this, on the newer one. But the Aaron's is the original. I don't know. I guess one other consideration is the bore size seems exactly the same, at least with the rough calipers. Hang on. With these guys here. But if I get out the digital caliper, maybe I'll see which one fits the piston better. Oh, like I said, they're so damn close, you're not going to be able to tell. But this one did have the failure. I mean, you got to take that in mind. So things got hot. You know, other parts might be worn that you're not even thinking about. Well, it's kind of looking like the Aaron's right now. I stuck the crank in. It feels pretty good. Got the tappets. We're going to put those in, put the cam in. This is kind of like just a test fit for now. So, alright, these two holes here are where the tappets go. What a lot of people say is you should put the tappet back where it belonged, but of course in this case they came in a plastic bag, so putting them back in the plastic bag I don't think is going to do me any good. So we'll get a little lube on them. Kind of looks like I'm putting the engine back together, doesn't it? Maybe I am. A little lube on them. I mean, you got a 50-50 chance of getting them in the right place, right? They look exactly the same. That's how those go. Now what I learned on the timing with this, since there isn't a mark, you line it up with a keyway right there. I think that's visible on the camera. You can kind of see it right there. You line that up with the mark on the cam. The mark on the cam being right there, right where the 0 thing is. Lines up right there. A little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, all over the place. Alright. Lubed up enough. Lobes feel good. So, because of these alignment marks, there's no resistance with the tappets. It just should be at top dead center, so these slide right in like that. Okay, we're going to put the side cover on and just see how the valves open and check them out. Okay, the side cover is on, but it's not bolted down or anything. Now what we're going to do, easier if I had some gloves on. A couple of rags, easier to move the crankshaft around because you can grip it better. Just see if those, hey, look at those valves, there they go. The seats look nice too, they're actually shiny in there. Cool. Okay, that's good. Ooh, I may backtrack here. See this score here? Yeah, I can feel that with my fingernail. Down below down there. A little bit over here too. I mean, that one you can't feel. Well, just a tiny bit. And the ones in front you can't feel. But the other cylinder, now over here, there's no scores. So let's see what this one feels like. Let's do the same thing with this. Yeah, this one looks much better. I think we'll go with this. It's just too bad I don't have 2 cranks, 2 piston and rod sets, because we could make 2 engines, but we don't. So I think we'll go with this one. Let's mock it up. Okay, we got the side cover on, the cam in there, the tappets, the crank. Let's see what happens with these valves. Well, they also look good. Also does a little spin at the end. Yeah, I'm thinking this is the one we'll go with. I don't see any reason why I can't use this one. Okay, we've got to check the valve clearance here. Got the valves right in there. See that little tiny gap right underneath there? That's where you measure. This is the exhaust, this is the intake. I believe it's 8 thousandths and 12 thousandths. Yeah. So you get out the 8 thousandths and yep, that fits. The 8 fits under here too. I knew that because I already tried it. The 10 does and 11 does, but not 12. I don't know if that's close enough or what. I'm gonna have to go look at the specs. I'm not positive those are right. Yeah, here we go, right here, right where the cursor is there. They're actually both the same. I didn't know that. So we're within specs, so we're fine. We don't have to do anything about them. But if you did, you had to pull out the valve and you just ground off a little of the end. Not the round part up at the top of the head, but down at the base, the stem, and take off a little bit and then measure it again. But I don't have to do that, so good. It's time to put the piston in, and I had to put the rings on the piston. And this is a diagram that came with the piston. I'm like, okay, which way do the rings go now? What I found is one ring had a bevel on the bottom. Actually, I may be wrong about this, but you have to find, like, you know, one of these that'll go on the top and one of these that'll go on the bottom with the bevel going the right way. So I think I got it right. I put some blue marker on the connecting rod so that I can find it easy when I put it on, which part goes to which part. So let's put it in, see if it moves. I got this nice ring compressor that sometimes works really well and other times doesn't work very well at all. Probably user error in most cases. I'll just use a small ratchet. It's kind of tough to hold on to too, it's weird. Just use the butt end of the hammer and tap it and the rings will go down. That doesn't seem right now, does it? Let me get the crank out of the way, maybe that'll help. Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. All right. Okay. Freaking oil's already dirty. Haven't even started it. I think it turns over okay. Feels healthy. New head gasket. The bolts look in nice shape. They're not all rusty or anything, but I hit them with a little WD-40 on the old plug. Alright, the head's on, but not permanently. It's just kind of to keep out the dust and crap like that and to see if the engine will turn over okay, which I haven't even tried yet. If the valves hit the head or anything like that or something weird. Oh, looks pretty good. They'll have to come off for the gas tank holder and any other doodad tin that's up here and stuff like that. We got to put on the ignition. I think that might be next. Put the bolts in the side cover. I think that'll be next. Yeah, we put the side on, and guess what? We forgot to put the dipper on the connecting rod, and we didn't even torque it. So I was all set to come over here and start putting on the mag. Yeah, one thing I thought that was going to be missing on this was there's a little sleeve on the smaller Tecumsehs that goes over here, which is the cam. You can see how that sticks up there, that the points ride on. And I thought that was missing, but it's built into the crank, so that's a good thing. But I think it's, I've done a lot today. I think I'm going to stop because I'm making mistakes, and we'll get back to it. Oh, one last thing. So I was looking at the piston before I put it in. This is actually the old piston that came out from the H70, right? And I said, boy, that piston doesn't look like it's all that big. And here I have an HS50 piston. Come on, they're the same damn size. What's going on here? Is it all in stroke? I mean, it's gotta be. The length of the connecting rods. I'm looking at this for the first time. Yeah, you can certainly see the stroke is longer on the 70, and that's where they get their horsepower, but the piston looks like it's the same circumference, diameter.